We all know electricity and water don't mix, so you'd think that being an electric car they'd make special allowances for the possibility of liquid being spilt in the passenger compartment and, maybe make it a bit extra waterproof just in case the worst happened. But apparently not for this poor sucker who dropped a ton of cash on a jumped up golf cart only to have an unfortunate accident with a bottle of water. Most cars will survive the occasional spill, which is to be expected, and a small bottle of water shouldn't really do much damage. Not so with this Hyundai Ioniq 5, which has landed this owner with a bill for nearly $12,000. Yikes! Welcome back to MGUY, British engineer and lawyer turned Sydney YouTuber. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and make sure you click that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any future videos. And visit the MGUY store for some cool anti-EV merch, link in the description, or scan the QR code on screen. One of the problems with EVs is that they have become so complex that the only option for dealers is to replace entire modules and control units, which themselves are becoming larger. So instead of replacing a small part, you end up replacing a huge chunk of the car at enormous expense. EVs aren't simpler than regular cars, they're just differently complex, and that complexity comes at the price of replacing entire modules rather than simple small parts. That aside, however, you'd think that there should be a minimal level of waterproofing in the cabin to cope with the inevitable spills that would happen as part of normal ownership. But apparently Hyundai didn't think so, and neither the auto manufacturer nor the owner's insurance are coughing up. Ouch! Water bottle spill blamed for $12,000 auto repair bill. A Central Florida driver is stuck with a nearly $12,000 auto repair bill after a bottle of water spilled in the back seat of his SUV. I was shocked, I was panicked to be honest with you, said SUV owner Michael McCormick. His Hyundai SUV is just a couple of years old, but the car maker has refused to cover the repairs under warranty. His insurance company has denied coverage as well. McCormick loved almost everything about his sleek, quick Hyundai Ioniq 5 all-electric SUV. He said, "It's instant torque, and it surprises a lot of people how fast it goes." But his faith in the car started to dwindle last month when traffic on Interstate 4 suddenly slowed down and he had to hit the brakes. There was a 20-ounce bottle of water in the back seat. It flew forward, I felt it hit the driver's seat, probably dropped out at that point, and I felt on my ankles a little bit of water, McCormick explained. Within minutes, he said warning lights on his display started flashing. By the time he got home, he said the turn signals didn't work and the car wouldn't shut off. He said, "Start, stop button, nothing happened." Yeah, so the car was totally unresponsive to anything, so I was probably lucky to get home. At his local Hyundai dealership, the service team determined someone sitting in the seat with wet clothes or a liquid spill was likely to blame and told him sand on the floorboards could have also contributed to the problem. They let him know the floor and the driver's seat wiring harnesses have to be replaced. The total estimated cost is $11,882.08. McCormick said, "I was shocked. I was like, what am I? That's a huge amount of money and not covered. I'm like, that's not right because I didn't do anything wrong." According to McCormick, the dealership said Hyundai wouldn't cover it under warranty because it isn't a manufacturing defect and was caused by external factors. He then filed an insurance claim, which State Farm denied, determining it was due to corrosion building over time, not sudden accidental damage. One of the hardest things is that cars are so complicated now, fixing them as a result is so much more expensive, said Action 9 consumer advisor Clark Howard. Howard explained cars these days are basically computers on wheels and much more complicated to work on than cars from 15 to 20 years ago. Other consumers have noted problems with costly wiring under the seats of the Ioniq 5. One posted on Reddit with the headline "Ioniq 5 $10,000 nightmare time bomb" beneath the front seats. Forum users criticised the lack of space between the wiring and the floor, claiming it causes the wires to snag and get damaged. They pointed out that damage was also not covered under warranty. Well, what's interesting about this is that the spill managed to brick the entire car. In a regular car, a spill in the cabin might fry one of the seat or airbag modules, but it's highly unlikely to affect the drivability of the car. Here we see that it basically killed the entire vehicle stone dead. I had a browse through the subreddit on the Ioniq 5, and even there the parts costs for these cars are scary. These are exotic car prices for parts, like $1,000 for a headlight. Anyway, just another in the long list of reasons to steer clear of EVs, if you needed one, that is. If you'd like to support this channel and display your anti-EV credentials to your Tesla-owning neighbours at the same time, why not buy some awesome MGUY merchandise, like this mug, this baseball cap, or this t-shirt. Each high-quality item sports the MGUY No EV sign, and they're all made to order, perfect for irritating the hell out of your local EV zealots. Visit store.mguy.tv or click the link in the description to check out the full range of products. And of course, you can always just buy me a coffee. Click the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen. Thanks very much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you've got any tips or stories, go there. If you'd like to watch another video, go there. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, go there. And please subscribe to the channel.